Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurumilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandegam Sri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namusute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Chapatitana Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Isvaraga Paramaga Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraga Anadi Radir Govindaga Sarva Karana Karanam. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the purest knowledge, Pavitram. So Krishna is teaching in this Bhagavad Gita all the knowledge what we need, actually. Everything what we need to purify ourselves, the soul. So when we get this knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita, we are getting this knowledge every day. We are understanding everything what we need in our day-to-day life, what to do, what not to do, everything is very clear. But the ultimate reality is that when we fully surrender unto Krishna, then our life is fully secured. That means all our problems are completely solved when we fully surrender unto Krishna. Now we need to elevate ourselves to that status of complete surrendering unto Krishna. That's what in the last chapter Krishna is teaching, that Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamevam Saranam Vraja. That's what he says there. You abandon everything and simply surrender unto me. Tameva Saranam Gacha. Sarva Bhavena Bharat. Both are same meaning. Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamevam Mamekam Saranam Vraja. That is also same. And Tameva Saranam Gacha Sarva Bhavena Bharata. That also is. So Sarva Bhavena means in all respects. So that means Sarva Dharman Parityajya. That's it. Sarva Bhavena means in all respects you surrender unto me. So here Krishna is saying that in another sloka that you give up everything and surrender only to me. So both are same meaning. So surrendering unto Krishna means it's complete surrendering unto Krishna. That's when that happens, when we fully surrender unto Krishna, then we are in safe hands. We don't have to worry about anything. We have come to the right person. We have surrendered to the right person, the Supreme Person, and we are in safe hands. Then there are no dangers, no problems. This material world is full of dangers only, full of problems everywhere. That we understand. From our day-to-day experience, daily experience, we are understanding that everywhere there are problems. Nothing is assured in this world. All these kinds of insurance and policies, everything are there because nothing is assured. They say that they are insuring us, but no one can assure us that we will be safe forever in this world, except Krishna, the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. That's it. So because of that uncertainty in this world, in everyone's life, so they are making money. The insurance companies are making money. So for everything, insurance comes into picture. We have to even get insurance for somebody suing us. If any profession or anything, some personal liability insurance, personal liability. So if somebody is for some reason we make some mistake, somebody is suing us, for that also insurance. That is the way in this material world works, because nothing is assured here. But Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita that my devotee never perishes. Krishna is taking care of us very well, under my protection. So we are under safe hands, as I said earlier. So that's what we need to understand. Instead of focusing on this temporary, miserable material world and trying to safeguard everything, which is not going to be possible at all, at the end we are going to lose everything. So then again, next life also will do the same thing. See, the so-called life insurance, this insurance, all such things, this life also we are doing the same thing. Next life also we will do the same. Then life after life we will be doing the same thing. But our life is never insured. We are going to be, as far as the individual is concerned, his life is not insured. Even we take the life insurance, if I die for some reason, then our dependents will take benefit. That is the reason. But can somebody insure our life? That's very important. What is going to happen to us, the individual, each and every individual? That is very important. That's what we need to understand. So we need to focus on our life. That's very important. All the time we cannot think about everyone's life in this way. That is not called selfishness. Because we need to detach from everything else. That's what Krishna is teaching us in Bhagavad Gita. So that can happen only when we surrender unto Krishna. Only when we come to Krishna. Then our life is taken. So if you want to do anything good for ourselves, we have to connect ourselves with Krishna. That is the only thing which we are doing it something good for us, ourselves. Otherwise, we are not doing good for ourselves. We are going to struggle and suffer in this world forever. Otherwise, if we are not connecting ourselves with Krishna, if we don't have this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, if we don't chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, if we don't offer prasadam to Krishna, if we don't spend our life in serving Krishna by spreading this Bhagavad Gita, by chanting Hare Krishna, by studying this Bhagavad Gita, all such things. So, if we are not doing all these things, we are simply downgrading ourselves. We are simply destroying ourselves. Of course, the soul can never get destroyed, but we will go to the most condemned destination. That is the main thing. That is what I meant, destroy ourselves. Uddare Atmanatmanam. One can elevate oneself with the help of mind. Uddare Atmanatmanam. Natmanam avasadayan. One should not downgrade himself. Natmanam avasadi. Atmaivagi atmano bandhur. Atmaiva ripuratma. So the soul, the Atma is, that is the mind is the friend as well as enemy. That's why Atmaivagi atmano bandhur. Atmaiva ripuratma. So mind is friend as well as enemy. So one should elevate oneself with the help of mind, not degrade himself. So how we can do that? Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita. how to elevate ourselves to Krishna, Goloka. So that is going to be possible only with the help of mind. And how we are going to do that, Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita. So that means by understanding this Bhagavad Gita fully, clearly, then we can actually elevate ourselves to Goloka. For that reason, if we want to serve Krishna, of course, we are all controlled by the modes of nature. That's a very important point we need to understand. And our goal is to get ourselves free from the modes of nature. That's also very important. We know that we are not free, we are controlled, but we want to be free. So that way, we should not be disturbed by anything in this material world. But if you want to please Krishna, you should definitely do what Krishna wants us to. That's also very important. So one way we are controlled by the modes of nature, we are forced to act helplessly in this material world, all such things. But on the other hand, we have the freedom to choose what we want to do. We have the freedom to choose in the sense, we have the freedom to desire. That is what I meant. We have the freedom to, that is what is known as free will. That freedom is there with each and every individual. Because we choose wrong things, we are forced to act helplessly by the modes of material. That is because of our decision, our choice. Maya is not going to randomly control people in different ways. Maya is not acting somebody, I will control some person with the mode of goodness, somebody with the mode of passion, ignorance, or I will free somebody from the modes of nature. That Maya is not going to do. That all depends upon the individual self. So that part we need to understand. So we cannot simply say that, okay, I am not the doer, everything Maya is doing it. So everything Maya is only responsible, I am not the doer. So something like that, we cannot simply say to escape. Because when we choose to enjoy ourselves away from Krishna, then we will suffer and struggle. We will be controlled by the mode of passion, rajoguna, when we have attachment, and we will be controlled by the mode of ignorance when we have no knowledge, all such things. But when we have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we choose to serve Krishna, when we desire to please Krishna, so then at that point of time, we are really doing good to ourselves. At that point of time, Maya is also not going to bother us. So it all depends upon how we are using our free will. That's what, how we are using our free will. So for that reason only Krishna is telling Arjuna that you are going to, anyhow you will be forced to fight in this battle. If you don't listen to me, nasrosesi vinakshasi. But anyhow you are going to fight, but if you don't listen to me, you still will fight, but you will be controlled. You will be forced to fight, but you will be controlled. And nasrosesi vinakshasi, you will be destroyed. Yadahankaram ashitya. So, nayotse iti manyase mityaisa vyavasayaste prakritistva niyokshashi. That's what Krishna is saying. Prakritistva niyokshashi. Yadahankaram ashitya. So, because of ahankara, you are saying that I will not fight. You are thinking that I shall not fight. But you will fight all the same because by your modes of nature. So that's what Krishna is teaching. So that way, if we use our free will to do it for Krishna, then we are free. Then there are no problems. But if we don't use our free will correctly, so then we will be still forced to act in this material world by the modes of material nature. Then at that point of time, we will be struggling and suffering. So for that reason, Krishna is asking Arjuna, you set an example for others. That you are listening to Bhagavad Gita. You surrender unto me because Arjuna surrendered unto Krishna. And I am the time. So you surrender unto me. So now you listen to me and do everything for me. So that way Krishna is repeatedly again and again, so many times asked Arjuna that you do everything for me. Like that, so many times, not once or twice, so many times. So that way Arjuna was able to make a decision. So that's why Krishna is also telling Arjuna that if you don't listen to me, then if you leave the battlefield, it's not only you lose infamy, you will get infamy, you lose your fame. Not only that, others will think bad about you. But the problem is, we need to understand that even Krishna's instructions are also not good then, not that powerful. That also we need to know. In order to make that decision, if you want to please our Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, if you say that I am a student of Bhagavad Gita, I'm following Bhagavad Gita and I want to spread Bhagavad Gita, so then we need to make Krishna's instructions are very much powerful. We need to let everybody know that Krishna's instructions are very much powerful and effective. So that part we need to do that. For that, we need to sincerely depend on Krishna. That's it. When the modes of nature taking control of us, when we commit sins, that we already know that. Arjuna himself asked question to Krishna that why I am impelled to perform sinful acts. So, by what one is impelled to sinful acts unwillingly as if engaged by force? That's what Arjuna asked the question. That we know that it is kama yesha, krodha yesha, rajo guna samudbhava. We know that indriyani mano buddhi rasyadisthanam uchchade yettegi vimohayati yesha jnanam avritya deganam. So senses, mind and intelligence are the sitting places of this lust and they bewilder us by sitting here. That all we know there. So, but we need to understand, we need to sincerely put efforts to follow what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So that way we will actually not only able to elevate ourselves towards Krishna, but also we will be able to set examples for others so that they can follow us. That's what is very important. So that we will be able to set examples, others can follow us. That's why Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita that Sakta karmani avidvamso yata kurvanti bharata kuryad vidvams tata saktaga chikirshur loka sangraham. That's what he said. So when a person is attached, so how he is doing work, without a person who has no knowledge, how he is performing his activities with attachment. Similarly, you also perform like that person, but don't get attached because you have the knowledge. So when we have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we should not be attached. So that's what is very important. For that reason, we have to set examples. So that Krishna takes. When we want to do that, that's the main important point is that we need to desire to please Krishna. That's the very important point. So then Krishna gives us the strength, even that dhriti, that determination, it has to come. When the determination comes only, we can set examples for others. If we don't have ourselves, we are not very determined, then we cannot do that. But in order to even to gain that determination, we need to have the intelligence. So with intelligence only, we can actually be very determined. So that intelligence comes only if we love Krishna fully, and if we serve Krishna, if we just like always engaged in Krishna's service with the full love, so then we will gain the intelligence. So that way, this knowledge takes us to that level, slowly, steadily, step by step, we are actually going towards Krishna. Krishna is taking us towards him. So that's what is happening with all of us. We all have different curves. Like in a graph, if you put, everyone has got a different curve, different slopes, like progress. It all depends upon how much effort we put, how much faith we have, and all such things. But the important point is that we are all progressing to Krishna. That's the very important part. We are all progressing towards Goloka, and we all will definitely reach Goloka. There is no doubt. We will definitely go to Goloka. And Krishna will take care of that. So that way, we are fully secured, fully insured, everything. We are fully assured. So as I said in the beginning, so everything is Krishna is saying so many times in Bhagavad Gita. He says that he guarantees. He says that there is no doubt about this. Na asamsayam, na samsayam. There is no doubt about it. Mameva isasi asamsayam. You will come to me. There is no doubt about it. Nasti atra samsaya. Nasti atra samsaya means on this there is no doubt. So like that, Krishna is repeatedly teaching us. Krishna is giving us guarantee, even promises. Satyam, satyam te pratijano priyosimi. So this is truth. I promise you, you will come to me. So there is no doubt. So that's what Krishna is teaching us so many times in Bhagavad Gita. That if we just follow what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, we are going to go to Goloka. There is no doubt about it. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 35 slokas in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So in the sloka number 34, we studied that Krishna told Arjuna, Akitim chapi bhutani katayishyanti te vyayam sambhavitasya chakiti maranat adirishyate. Akitim chapi bhutani katayishyanti te vyayam. So you will actually, after get yourself infamy, so akirtim chapi bhutani, people will speak about very badly. So kadaisanti temeyam, forever, avyayam. Sambhavitasya cha akirtim maranat adrichyati. So for such a respectable person, such kind of infamy is worse than death. So people will always speak of your infamy, and for a respectable person, dishonor is worse than death. That's what we studied. Then in the next sloka, sloka number 35, we studied yesterday in the last class. Bayadrana ruparatham mamsyante tvam maharatha yesam chatvam bahumato bhutva yasyasi lagavam. Bayadrana tuparadam mamsyante tvam maharatha. So the great generals, they think that you ran out of this battle out of fear only. So that's why Yesam Chatvam Bahumato Bhutva. So they are thinking about great, very great about you, but your value will be decreased. Bhutva Yasasi Lagam. So they will think that you ran out of fear. So the great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear only. That is perfectly correct. Whatever Krishna says, of course, it is true only. But when Arjuna leaves the battle, no one is going to think that, oh, Arjuna is really a nice person. He is so compassionate. So he just went out of the battle like that. No one thinks. They all think that he ran out of the battle because of fear. So that's why they will think. So that's what Bayad Rana tu Paradam. And for such a person who have such a great value, so for him, he will be decreased in value. So that's why the great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear only, and thus they will consider you insignificant. That's what, consider you insignificant. So the question is that what so? So let them consider insignificant. But the problem is that when we want to please Krishna, if we are insignificant, who is going to listen to us? How we are going to spread this message of Bhagavad Gita to anyone? Can Arjuna, if he left the battlefield after listening this entire Bhagavad Gita, can he go and tell anyone that I know Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gave me this knowledge in the battlefield, and after listening to this Bhagavad Gita, I came out of the war, I didn't fight, so now you listen to me about the body, mind, soul, intelligence, senses, everything you listen to me, how to control the mind and everything. Will anyone listen to Arjuna? No. Fully surrender into Krishna, listen to Krishna, do everything for Krishna, follow what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Like that, if Arjuna tells anyone, will anyone listen to him? Because he himself didn't follow. So that's what we need to understand, that as devotees of Krishna, our sincere goal is to follow what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. That's what is very important. So now in the next sloka, what we are studying in the sloka number 36. Avachyavadamscha bahun vadishyanti tavahitaha nindantastava samartyam tato dukkadaram nukim. tado dukkha taram nukyam. So, avachya vadamscha bahun vadishyanti tavakita. So, your enemies will describe you with so many fabricated words, unkind, avachya vadams, unkind and fabricated words. They will talk, they will say all bad things about you. And they will downgrade your capability, your ability. Nindandas tava samartham. They will say that you are useless, you all such things. So what else can be distressful? What else can bring you distress than this? That's what Krishna is asking. That tatho dukkha taram nukyam. So that's what he is asking. So your enemies will describe you in many unkind words and scorn your ability. So that's why avachya vadamscha bahun vadishyanti tavakitaga nindandas tava samatyam tatho dukkha taram nukyam. What could be more painful for you? So at that point of time, battle is already happening. Arjuna cannot stop the war. And Arjuna didn't have any choice also other than fighting. But if he wanted to go away or if he wanted to get killed by them, as he told Arjuna, as he told Krishna, then this is what will happen. So that way, nothing good is going to come. And already Krishna also told Arjuna that anyhow he will be engaged in fighting because of his modes of nature. So that way, the same case applies to all of us. Anyhow, we are all going to do all kinds of activities, what we are doing every day. That is not going to stop. Because of our modes of nature, these activities are going to happen only. We are going to do that activities that way only. There are no doubts. But if we think that we are doing it for Krishna, then we will be able to make a difference. So that's what very important part. In each and every activity, whatever we are doing, if we are able to mentally renounce all the activities, Sarva karmani manasa sanyasyaste sukham vasi. Then we will be able to live happily. Sukham vasi navadware puredi. Then we will be able to serve Krishna if we are able to mentally renounce. So that's what Krishna is asking us to do. We have come to this material world. We are in this battlefield, material world, and we are every day struggling, fighting, all such things. But if we are able to renounce mentally, if we are able to follow what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, so then we will not be affected by the results of our activities. That's what is very important. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished this sloka number 36 today. And now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. 36 in the second chapter we finished. Let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Umajnanatimiradasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitamyena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदावन। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, if any devotee has any question, the raise hand option. Otherwise, I will unmute devotees one by one. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Ila Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Guruji, I just wanted to ask a general doubt which was in my mind, that sometimes in life we have to take some decisions and we are not sure whether we should go ahead with it or not. So if we ask with sincerity to Krishna that please give us some sort of hint whether we should go ahead with this or not, or please guide us. So does he guide us in some way or the other if we are like smart enough to understand?
Definitely, Mataji, there is no doubt about this at all. And first of all, when we are studying Bhagavad Gita like this and accepting Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, what is actually happening is that Krishna himself is actually planning our life, which we don't even know. As I always say, in the past also I mentioned, we will know his plans only when that is getting executed. We don't even know how this is happening, but that is all Krishna's plan already, correct? So we will be doing something which we never even thought about it, but we will be doing it very nicely for Krishna. So that way Krishna has got plans. Even right now, like I'm teaching this Bhagavad Gita also, like when I studied Bhagavad Gita as a knowledge, as a science, I was very, very inquisitive. So I wanted to understand everything. But at that time, I never thought or never planned about giving lectures like this. But that all happened automatically by Krishna's arrangement. You understand that, Mataji?
Right, Guruji. Okay, so we just need to understand that in what way Krishna is giving us hints and just execute by listening to Bhagavad Gita and just keep doing your work. Am I right,
Exactly.
Guru?
Exactly. When we get this Bhagavad Gita knowledge fully, we ourselves will develop the desire to please Krishna based on this knowledge. There are so many ways Krishna will help us and all those things. Right now, we are planning about forming teams, correct, in different cities,
Right.
like in Delhi, like Chitrita Mataji, yourself, Asha Mataji, and Asha Singh Mataji, Roma Priya Mataji. Everybody is there, correct?
Right.
So a lot of devotees, Roma Rai Mataji, all are there. So we have to form teams now. We need to brainstorm, like what we are doing it in Bangalore already. It's happening very nicely, which I already told, but I have not started our meeting yet. But I will try to start it soon. But that way, Krishna is already planning that. It's coming on our way to serve him, Mataji. So that way
Right.
we will keep ourselves engaged in Krishna's service. And also in Mumbai, also many devotees are there. We will try that. Slowly, when our goal is very straightforward, identify devotees, give this knowledge to them. That's it. That is
Right.
the only goal. If we
Okay.
keep that as our only goal, we are trying now different ways. We are already brainstorming different things in Bangalore. So something like that, if it works out, we can extend the same thing in other cities also. So like that, we can very soon start discussing, Mataji. So that way, it will help. I think one point at this point, I'm supposed to send a message to our group, to all the devotees, which I have not done yet. So that was our decision. So that in September we are planning a meet in Bangalore. So if any devotees are able to travel, it's on September 18th, Sunday. So we can plan now itself. So there is no need to worry about the accommodation and other things. But yeah, so something like that, Mataji, we can plan.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that way, if devotees, we can discuss even more at that time if we are
More
able
on.
to. But
Right.
since you asked this question, I'm just announcing to all the devotees that already, if they are able to come, then they can start planning now itself. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji. In life, sometimes, we are scared. I mean, I am scared to take a decision. So I want to rely on Krishna. So I was just curious that whether he helps us in some way or the other, or I mean, does he give us hints that we should go ahead with that decision or not? So
Yes.
yes,
Krishna will definitely gives guidance, directions, like he gave it to Arjuna.
right. Okay.
Like
Thank
Krishna
you.
gave it to Arjuna. In fact,
Yes,
all those hints or guidance, what you are asking, is already there in Bhagavad Gita. So
right.
when we know the Bhagavad Gita fully, you know what to do, what not to do. Everything based on Bhagavad Gita, we can make a decision. That's it.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you,
So
Guruji.
that's
Hare
what.
Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Asha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna. You understood everything, Mataji, today?
Thank you Guruji. Thank you for the classes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Mataji. Chitrita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you so much. I have not been able to speak to you for a long time. But
Yes,
Guruji, it's such a relief to see that Krishna is telling Arjun now that get up and do your job and fight. Because that is
Yes.
what is important for all of us. And I can understand Nila Mataji's doubt also in mind, which we are all going through. And it's really, and another thing is, Guruji, we will, if you tell me, then I will move on with the Delhi group, please. If you,
Yes,
as an, I am also,
yes,
Guruji.
Very, I will, maybe we can, the group, we can plan at least maybe, yes, Mataji, we'll plan to meet once or twice a week after the class. Yes, Mataji.
Yes. And another thing, Guruji, I'm sorry to ask you this, but if I have any personal questions, may I contact you directly?
Yes,
Or
Mataji.
I send you a message? Right.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Nothing serious, but generally.
No, definitely, Mataji, definitely, yeah. So here we are all like,
yes,
Sumati Mataji says, we are all classmates. We are all devotees. So definitely, you can please, yeah.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Kandula Tirupati Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji, today's class. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Girish Punwani Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
One question I just want to know that does Krishna becomes happy or angry? Because any enlightened soul, he is equal to everything, happiness, sorrow, and he also says in the Gita that everything gunas are doing. He's being the Almighty. He's not doing anything. everything is gunas, what is doing. And one other thing, what is the form of Goloka? So these things, and one thing more, if my brother wants to join this group, how should we join it?
Yes, Prabhu, you
Yes,
please
so these
give
are
me
the
your
questions
brother's
which
number,
I have.
phone number
Thank you so
now
much.
itself. If you are able to, then I can add him into our WhatsApp group, Prabhu,
Okay,
immediately.
okay, it is in my mobile. I will give you tomorrow. It is in my mobile, so I will give you
Yes, you
tomorrow.
can give me tomorrow, or you can send me in a message, whatever way, with name and phone number. Or tomorrow also you can give. I will add immediately. Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, I will give you tomorrow. Yes, yes. So these three questions I have just got.
So there is one question, and now another question. I think you asked a few questions, correct, Prabhu? So what was? I think your second question was simple. Can you again ask, Prabhu? Hare Krishna, Prabhu. One thing is Hare Krishna. I think you were. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Girish, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes. So one question was that does Krishna becomes happy or angry? Because any enlightened soul, he is equal to everybody. He doesn't for happiness he is not happy, for sorrow he is not sorrow. And then he has said in Gita that everything gunas are doing. Being
Yes, Gudasa.
almighty, he is not doing anything. And third, what is the form of
Goloka.
Goloka?
Form of Goloka you are
Yes,
asking, correct?
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, Prabhu. So form of Goloka, we don't know much, but we know to certain extent. It's there in Brahma Samhita to certain extent. So, and we know that it's a place, it's a permanent blissful abode. That's what we know. So there is no need for sun, moon, or fire there. That also we know that. Natat Basayate Suryo, Nasasanko, Na Pavako. In this material world, everywhere, all the planets, everything they need sun. That's why in the night when you see all the stars, they are all suns. So sun is needed to light up. Otherwise, there is no energy. Sun is needed. So, but in Goloka, there is no need for sun, moon, or fire. So that's why Natat Basayate Suryo, Nasasanko, Na Pavako. And it's a permanent place. So it is always there. It will never get destroyed at all. So Krishna is saying that it is Avyaktokshara ityuktaka tamakuhu paramam katim. So Avyakta Akshara. Avyakta Akshara means it is Avyakta means it is unmanifest. We cannot see with your senses. It's beyond the perception of our material senses. And Akshara means it is infallible. So that means it is never destroyed. It is always there. So that's what Avyaktokshara ityuktaga tamakuhu paramam gatim. And that sloka itself, Krishna is saying that yam prapya na nivartante. Once you go there, we will not come back here. That's why Avyaktokshara ityuktaga tamakuhu yam prapya na nivartante taddama paramam mama. So anyone who reaches there, Goloka will not come back here. So that is Krishna's supreme abode. So that's what we understand. So Goloka is the place where also Krishna is saying that it is Saswata. Saswatam Padam Avyayam. So it is Saswatam Padam Avyayam means it is eternal abode. And Krishna is also saying about Goloka that it is Padam Gachanti Anamayam. It is Saswatam, it is Anamayam. So Anamaya means there are no miseries. So there are no miseries in Goloka. So that way, Krishna is also teaching in the 14th chapter, 27th sloka, last sloka, that Brahmano hi pratistakam amritasya avyayasya cha sasvatasya cha dharmasya sukasya kantitasya cha. So I established this Goloka, that is Brahman, that is Krishna's abode, Brahmanogi Pratishtagam, Amritasya, there is no death, Avyayasya, it is always eternal. So Amritasya, Avyayasya, Sasvatasya, it's permanent, Sasvatasya, Dharmasya, there only Dharma, everything will go there, everything is righteous there, Dharmasya. Sukasya Kantitasya, there only happiness is there, no distress at all. So that's what is about the Goloka. So now to understand a little bit more about that, if you go to Brahma Samhita, maybe at some other day I can, you can also go to our YouTube channel with the playlist Brahma Samhita. Everything is there. Like Chintamani Prakara Sadmasu Kalpa Vriksha Laksha Vratesu Surabira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Satasam Brahma Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamakam Bhajami. Like that it comes. So with Chintamani Prakara, with so many gemstones, everything in this palace where Krishna, with Lakshmi, Sagasra Satasam Brahma Sevyamanam, with thousands of Lakshmis, Sagasra Sata means hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis are serving Krishna, not one or two. Lakshmi Sagasra Satasam Brahma Sevyamanam. That's what Chintamani Prakara Sadmasu Kalpa Vriksha, Laksha Vratesu. Surabhi Rapipalayantam. So also Laksha Vratesu. There are lakes and lakes of Surabhi cows. So they are desired. So like that it is all mentioned about Goloka. And about this gunas, what you said is that they are this material world. Three gunas are very strong and powerful. They are controlling us, but they are under the control of Krishna. Echaiva Satvika Bhavaga Rajasa Tamasa Saye. So the Sattva-guna, Rajoguna and Tamoguna, they come from me only. So, but they are, I am not in them, they are in me. So they are my divine nature. So Devigi Yesa Gunamai, Mamamaya Duratya. So it's very difficult to overcome. So that way Krishna is teaching us that these gunas are Krishna's external energy. Actually, we understand that even in Brahma Samhita also, Krishna's internal potency is Rama Devi. So from there, she expanded as Durga Devi as Krishna's external potency. So that's what is the three modes of material nature. So that's why Shisti, Siti, Pralaya, Sadhana, Sakti, Reka, Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Bibhatti Durga, Ichanu Rupam Apiyasya Chachestatesa, Govindamadi Purusham Tamakam Bhajami. So like that, this Maya, these three modes of material nature are controlling everyone in this material way, but they are in turn controlled by Krishna. You understand that, Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yes, I understand. And my third question, that how we can service Krishna, because he is almighty and we are nothing, and whether he becomes happy or angry with us, and that's why, because a enlightened soul is, everything is same for him. So that another question, if you could answer.
Krishna is very, very happy with us. Even though he is not disturbed by anything, he is not controlled by the modes of nature, but Krishna is very clearly saying in Bhagavad Gita that he is Samoham Sarvabhuteshu Name Dveshu Asti Na Priyagam. I am equal to everyone, I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. But e bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayite tesu chapyam. But anyone who renders devotional service unto me with devotion, e bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayite tesu. They live in me, I live in them. So that way, definitely when we serve Krishna, when we surrender unto Krishna, Krishna is very much pleased with us. There is no doubt about it. You understand it, Prabhu? Is that clear, Prabhu? Girish Prabhu?
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for asking such very important questions, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Srija Sarkar Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Venkateswarlu Kali. Venkateswarlu Prabhu. Hare Krishna. SK Garg Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Guruji, for another very nice lecture, very enlightening, and in fact telling us the way of life that we have to keep on acting. And it's really the great knowledge, no doubt about that. Because in day-to-day life, we are at many times under the confusion, do it or not do it, or this, that. So, but as you said, as the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, that with this knowledge, we have to keep on acting. I mean, inaction is not the choice to any one of us. Guruji, am I right in this kind of thinking?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah. So we have to always be in Krishna consciousness.
Right, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavad.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Suresh Tabi Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very nice lecture, Guruji. Especially I could see the question answers are very nice. So all what gunas are coming from Krishna only. This is his Maya. Only and he is also giving at the same time the knowledge through the Bhagavad Gita, which is according to me, it is to find out righteousness. Once you know the righteousness, once you know what is the dharma, then it is very easy for anybody to take the action or any decision.
That is correct.
So I'm just looking forward to learn this Bhagavad Gita, to learn the righteousness. Once it is known, then you know what is your dharma and then you act accordingly. Then it becomes very simple, Guruji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Brinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class. Very nice. So Guruji, my question is when Krishna takes an avatar or comes as a human form, then how do we know that, does he go through the material energy like how we are going through when we are living in the material energy? I mean, how does we as common followers know that this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead?
Shastra only, Prabhu Mataji. Shastra says everything. So, for example, Krishna's next avatar is already given in the Shastra. He will come as Kalki avatar. And for the devotees, he will reveal himself. The devotees will be, that's why once you have faith on Bhagavad Gita, once you are following Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is already there with us. All the time he is there. So, but when Krishna takes avatar also, we will know. We will know because of our faith with the knowledge. Like how we are now, how we know Krishna now. How we all know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead now. Because of his knowledge, Bhagavad Gita, and because of his wonderful Leela, pastimes. And all these things Krishna has given us. So that's why we all know now that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, we will not be even knowing about Krishna. So
no, but when he will come in that Kalki form, how will will the material energy be working on him? Though he is the Supreme, but he knows that we don't know. So how will will the material energy be forced on him like how we are forced to act because of the modes of nature?
Only the devotees will come to know, but the demons will not know. Even in Krishna, when he came as Krishna also, Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita that Avajananti Mamuda Manushim Tanum Ashitam Parambhavam Ajananto Mama Bhuta Maheswaram. So Mudas, fools, they don't know me. When I descend in human form, they deride me because they don't know my superior nature. Parambhavam Ajananto Mama Bhuta Maheswaram. Whereas Krishna's devotee, Mahatmanastu Mam Partha, Devim Prakriti Mahashitaga, Bhajanti Ananya Manasa, Nyatva Bhutadim Avyam. Whereas the Mahatmas, the great souls, they know that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Basically, by Nyatva Bhutadim Avyam, I am the origin, I am the beginning for everyone. So, Bhajanti Mam Ananya Bhag. So, without any deviation, they will be worshipping me. So, like that. So, when we have this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we fully depend on Krishna, it all depends upon how much faith and knowledge we have on Krishna. We will, at that time, Krishna will reveal to us. But not everyone knows. Even now, after Krishna came, also gave so many wonderful pastimes. Also, now also many people they don't know. Now also, even if you tell them, they don't want to even accept. So, like that, even when Krishna comes, also people will be like that. Also, will be there. So, for the devotees, they will know. Krishna will reveal. You understand it, Mother?
Yes, yes. Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. Thank you very much. Thank you, Guruji, for the lovely explanation. Yes, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful class, sir. Listening I feel that go on listening. You the interaction from the devotees and all that. Really wonderful class, Guruji, and your advice to devotees to identify to spread the Gita Gyan among the devotees, that is important, and efforts are being made in Bangalore. You are planning for Delhi, Bombay.
That's correct. Yes, Prabhu. We will do that. Yes.
I feel that I am not able to contribute much. I think how I can move ahead.
Yes, Prabhu. We will form a team in Mumbai also, Prabhu, and we will discuss brainstorm. That is going to happen sometime for sure.
Yes. We will be fortunate to have you here also, and I think that will stimulate, accelerate all efforts.
Exactly. We will grow. Our goal is to identify all the devotees. That is our goal. So we will do this.
I am seeing there is a slow progress in the devotees, but I find that now the devotees are serious. That is wonderful thing happening by the mercy of God. That is good, and really we are indebted to you in listening daily Gita Gyan and getting valuable tips from you and dispelling our doubts. I hope that we are going in right direction under your leadership blessings. Thank you, Guruji, for all this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Gangam Devidas Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhu, pranams, Prabhu.
Pranam, Prabhu, pranam. Nice.
After so long time, because being a principal of the school, actually, morning 6 o'clock to 9, 10 o'clock, actually, hectic schedule is there. And I'm unfortunately actually missing you, Prabhu.
Okay.
But I'm going to your videos and Sastanga Pranam, Prabhu. I'm very happy today. Actually, I could able to speak with you.
Yes, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to talk today. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, and I need your blessings always, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. We will definitely serve Krishna, Prabhu. There is no doubt about it. Krishna has got plans for us, and we will do. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Nice talking with you, Prabhu.
And today is a very good day for me. Actually, I could able to speak with you, and I am receiving your blessings, Prabhu. And through you, all the devotees, those who are actually following Bhagavad Gita, Hare Krishna to all the devotees, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Chandrakanta Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Today's class also very nice. Krishna, he will show us the way and guidance in day-to-day life. That is true. Especially for me, I experienced, because I never knew about Krishna. When I started believing in Krishna, he shows the way and he knows what to do for me. Like that way I experienced, Guruji. It is today's class, really I could relate to my experience, personal experience, Guruji. Yes. Thank you very much, Guruji, because this every day giving us Krishna consciousness through this class, and we were getting benefited, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ravindra Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
It was again very wonderful class. Actually, today you have spoken about the determination. I think determination is one of the most important things. Whatever we'll determine, we go in that direction. Whatever we have thought of. Actually, I would request you if you can correlate with this the three kinds of dhati that are described in chapter 18. Sattvic, dhati, rasik. I think problem.
Yes, Sattva-guna, Rajo-guna, Tamo-guna. Yes.
And all the problem lies in understanding what kind of dhati we should have. Yes. So, actually, I would request you to kindly elaborate on that in this context.
Yes, Prabhu. In the 18th chapter, Krishna is teaching us about Jnanam Karma Cha Karta Cha Tridaiva Guna Bedata, and then he also says that Dhriti, Sukham, Buddhi, Dhriti, Sukham, everything in the three modes of material nature. That's what he is teaching us.
Verse 33.
Yes, Prabhu, 33, that's correct. 33. Yeah, determination which is unbreak, that Dhrityaya Dharayate Manaha Pranendriya Kriyaga Yogena Vyabhicharinya Dhritihi Sapartha Satviki. So that Dhriti, that determination, so that is, which is unbreakable. So that means one sustains. So sustains means it's always there, which is all the time we have that determination. There is both manaha, prana, indriya, kriyaga. So that means with the Prabhupada is saying that yogena avyabhicharinya. So without any deviation by performing this yoga, so which that dhriti which controls the activities of the mind, life and senses. So that's what, when you follow this Bhagavad Gita as it is, understand this Bhagavad Gita and follow this Bhagavad Gita as it is, so that's what you are controlling the activities of mind, life and senses. So that is determination in the mode of goodness. So, but their determination, yayathu dharma kamarthan dritya dharayate Arjuna. So that is only, you got the determination because you want to enjoy the sense object. That's what kama arthan. Kama arthan means it is to satisfy your desires. So that's what, to enjoy the sense object. So that's why this is dharma kama arthan dritya dharayate Arjuna. So that kind of dhriti, determination, prasangena palakankshi. So that is desiring the fruits of activities. So that's what sangha attachment. So with attached to the fruits and desiring the fruits. So that's what prasangena palakankshi, their dhriti is in the mode of rajoguna, by which one holds fast to fruitive results in religion, economic development and sense gratification. So whereas the dhriti, determination in the mode of ignorance, is yaya swapnam bayam sokam visadam madam yevacha navimunchanti durmeda dhritihi sapartha tamasi. So all these things one never gives up, like swapnam, sleep, fear, and sokam, there is lamentation, visadam, moroseness, and madam, illusion. So all these things, so that's what, and their determination which cannot go beyond these things. So that is in the mode of darkness. Namimunchati means one who is not coming out of there. So there is unintelligent persons, durmeda. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So that way, Guruji, whatever we make our objective, we should make our determination as far as possible.
But our determination, what it is coming, what I was explaining, that dhriti is completely out of the modes of nature. Because when you have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when you serve Krishna with love and devotion, when you gain that intelligence by which you can get that dhriti to control your mind. So, of course, Dhriti is same here also, but it's all the three modes of material nature Krishna is teaching us. But what I was explaining that about how to control our mind. So that is to get into more detail. So that comes only if we have intelligence. That comes only if we serve Krishna with love and devotion.
So like we do 16 rounds of chanting. That is also because of the determination that we have got to do it. Then only we get it. And once we do that, we are in sattvic determination. That will lead us to a higher path, higher objective.
Yes.
Okay. Right, Guruji. So thank you very much, Guruji, for this wonderful explanation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, wonderful class, Prabhuji, and today you rightly mentioned about the insurance of ourselves versus the insurance of somebody else kind of thing, Prabhuji. So we should focus on our own insurance by getting Krishna consciousness. That is very eye-opening thing because we all worry about insurance which actually somebody else gets benefited, and we again go into the same struggle if we are not in Krishna consciousness. And Krishna consciousness is the only insurance for our own self. So that is so. Thank you, Guruji. No questions, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Sashireka Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for a wonderful class and for all the understanding and insights by all the other devotees. Extremely useful. And the detailed answers that you gave to Girish Prabhu's questions, I think that, and the explanation that you gave to Ila Mataji. So I just wanted to add one small thing to Ila Mataji, that from my own experience, Guruji, that you know, when we surrender ourselves to him, and when we think that, you know, our decisions are being led by him, then we always get indications. Of if it is not the right thing to do, there will be an obstacle and we will not be able to go ahead. If it's the right thing to do, it will happen. This is from my own personal experience in life. Whenever I have had to take some very important life-altering decisions, I have, in fact, for every little thing, I have always depended on Krishna and surrendered to him and said, Krishna, you are leading me, so whatever you show, that's the way. And this has been, but it's a very, very useful question because all of us go through this. And so this has been my experience on that. And also, I think, as Satyendra Prabhu said, and also as our other Prabhuji always says, I think devotees are we are reaching a stage where everybody is into, I think this is that phase where people are getting a little more involved. They are getting more and more interested. This also shows, Guruji, that people are, understanding it also. We are also in a phase that we are understanding the Bhagavad Gita.
We are enjoying.
So I think, we are enjoying it. We are understanding it. We are probably able to implement some small parts of it. Not everything, because that's not possible. We are not perfect. We only are, like we discussed the other day, work in progress. So we are still progressing. We are still learning. But yes, I think that is all of us are.
Especially now, 40+ devotees are joining every day.
Every day, yes, Guruji.
It's not an ordinary achievement.
It's not an ordinary feat at all. Yes, Guruji.
And
yes.
many devotees are also watching through YouTube also.
Exactly, Guruji. Exactly.
He was mentioning that I like it. Yes.
Yes, and so the benefit to a lot of people is becoming so very clear that you're making, that this is making a difference. You're making a difference, and Krishna is making a difference in these people's lives, in all our lives. So we are extremely grateful to you for that, Guruji. Yes, very, very grateful.
I'm sure we will be able to take this to 100 and thousands. It's definitely
yes,
possible.
Guruji. Yes, we are waiting to do that. We are waiting to make that difference. And we're waiting for it to transform us completely also, as much as possible, even if
because
it is not
that is the opportunity for us to serve Krishna actually. When we do that,
exactly.
we are
Yeah,
getting
Guruji.
the opportunity.
Yeah. And I think in whatever little way we do, I think one of the ways I have realized about seva to Krishna is, of course, seva to others. Also, whatever we do when we are offering it to him, then that is seva in any case. Every little thing, you know. I spend a substantial amount of time now. Earlier, not so much, but now a lot of time in my own puja, in my own this thing every day. And I realize that, you know, it's not only about chanting or the mantra. It's not just about that, but it's also about how we relate to him in our mind at that point of time, and how we are, you know, most of the time, how he is in our heart and in our mind, and he is guiding us at every step. So I think that becomes clearly visible as we go deeper into this. And so for that reason, I think, Guruji, thank you so much. Extremely indebted to you, because you are holding our little finger and taking us across this Dukhalaya. Thank you. Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much. Extremely indebted to you for this knowledge. Extremely. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. No questions, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Today, actually speaking, you made insurance people little bit worry. Some worry to insurance people. So that way your statement was very perfect, that what to do. Whoever is invented money, he has made all the drama. I will put it. Even olden days, no money, only change the things.
Yeah.
Sell the thing, one thing to another thing. That way it was there, olden days. Nowadays, the money has created so much problem. The money invention is not good for the whole society at all, is my thinking. Because you need not worry about what you do, what you work, and what you somehow you make money, and then you can enjoy in this real material world. That way it happens, and so many problems. We are all facing so many problems. That is the basic thing which very difficult to change, difficult. But at the same time, one more thing I thought of in my mind for many days. That is, as avatar, I feel three avatars: Krishna, Rama, and then Balarama. These three avatars are actually human avatars. Whereas that we can take it as God, and then we can pray. That is one thing. But at the same time, Krishna has created so many gods. That is, he himself created Ganesh and so many lakhs and lakhs of Lakshmis and Vishnus and all that thing. But it's totally confusing, no? That way, he only created all the thing, and we pray. Instead of praying him, we are praying from beginning, childhood, our parents and all that. They all make us to worship many demigods as well as these gods.
That is because of ignorance, because of not knowing Bhagavad Gita. If you know Bhagavad Gita, or if you know even Brahma Samgita, there all the relationship with other gods are very clearly mentioned. For example, you mentioned about Lord Ganesha, but he himself is praying to Krishna. Yatpada pallava yugam vinidaya kumbhe dvandve pranama samaye sa ganadi raja vignan vigantu malamasya jagatrayasya govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So Lord Ganesha is actually holding the lotus feet of Krishna with the tumuli protruding from his elephant head with his tusks. That's what Pada Pallava, lotus feet of Krishna, and he prays to Krishna to get the energy, to get the power to destroy the obstacles in all the three worlds. So that way, Ganesha has power, no doubt about it. But from whom he gets that power? From Krishna. That's what we need to know. So that's what Krishna is also teaching in Bhagavad Gita. Satya Shraddhaya Yuktaga Tasya Radhana Migate Labate Chattadaga Kaman Mayaiva Vigitanyata. So people surrender to other gods. There is Kama is Tesir Kritajnana Prabhatyante Anya Devata. They will worship other gods. And they will worship them in their own way and they will get what they want. But Labatecha Tadaka Kaman, whatever they desire, they will get it. Mayaiva Vigitanyata. That comes only from me. That's what Krishna is saying. Finally, if you pray to Ganesha, Ganesha cannot give himself. He has to get it from Krishna. So that's what we need to know. So Antavatu Palam Tesar, Tadbhavati Alpamedasa. Those results will come to an end. So it's Alpameda, less intelligent. They are not intelligent. So that's why they are going after temporary results. So we need to understand this Bhagavad Gita and pray to Krishna, knowing that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God and everything comes from Him. That's why Krishna is saying that Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Mattaga Sarvam Pravartate Iti Matva Bhajante Mam Buddha Bhavat Samanvitaga. So I am the source of everything, everything emanates from me. Anyone knows this will worship me. That's what Krishna is saying. That. So if we have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will worship Krishna. That doesn't mean that we don't respect Ganesha or other gods, but we don't have time. But we know that they are much, much better than us. There is no doubt. When Ganesha is able to hold the lotus feet of Krishna, means that is how much Ganesha is closer to Krishna. So that way, we need to understand those things. You understand it? So because of ignorance, we were taught like that.
So that means he has created Bhagavad Gita. The secret knowledge is mainly to understand who is he. That is the main thing what I felt after creating other gods. Who is he? We have to understand and then follow. That is why the whole history of Mahabharata as well as the Bhagavad Gita. That is the basic thing which we have to understand, I think. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Gayatri Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. You understood everything. Mataji.
Wonderful class as usual, connecting all of us to Krishna. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Shashi Kopat
That we have to set an
Mataji.
example for.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, yes,
you,
Mataji. We have to set an example for others. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, nice.
Krishna will give an opportunity for us, Mataji. No doubt, we can create a lot of devotees. We will plan teams everywhere.
Yes, Guruji. This itself is hearing to your class, attending your class daily. That itself is a big chance for us.
Yes.
Krishna has given a big opportunity for all of us. That's why we are all get.
Exactly, man. That's why we need to identify more devotees and bring to our class. So that way everyone will get benefited. Yes.
Yes. Krishna has identified us.
Yes, identified us to identify other devotees.
Yes.
Correct.
Guruji.
Exactly correct. Yes.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for the wonderful class. And also thank you for helping us to increase our knowledge based on Bhagavad Gita and understanding Krishna more and more and his teachings. And also for guiding us every day, each and every day, to understand Bhagavad Gita and understand what Krishna exactly wants from us, and also implement what we are learning on daily basis.
Yes.
Also the insights that we are gaining by the discussions, that's really wonderful, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you, and Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu. Venkateshwarlu Prabhu. Ram Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Ram Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we just finished my other meeting, Guruji. I couldn't really focus on the message, Guruji, but I did a chanting.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Dandot Pranam, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Yes, Prabhu.
So, by the costless mercy of Krishna, I was able to do the chanting with you, Guruji. Exact count, Guruji. Exactly finished along with you. Otherwise, I usually miss the count, the synchronization. These days, it is happening, Guruji. Exactly, Guruji. When you finish, I'm also, the counting also matches with you, Guruji. I'm in unison with you, Guruji. So, I'm 100% sure, Guruji, I'm going to go Loka with you.
Yes, we're all going. No doubt.
Yeah, we're all going. And the other thing is, I don't have to do anything, Guruji. That is the thing. The rest of the things I have to make a lot of efforts. Even to book a flight, if you go to some other country, right, you have to book a flight. There's so many plannings needs to be done. But this one, you don't have to do anything. Just keep a cup of water to Lord Krishna and say Hare Krishna. That's good enough, Guruji, and listen to your lectures. So I'm very, very happy, Guruji. Sometimes I used to worry where to retire and how do we retire, what we do in time and all.
For us, we will be very busy after.
Yeah, very busy, Guruji, and very, very busy. And
know what to do. You won't be sitting idle.
Talking to us, Guruji, that is the best thing. And my Christian friends are saying I have a Holy Spirit within me. I spoke to one of my mentor. He was a staunch Vaishnava, and he's into the Christianity as well.
Yes.
And he started telling there is a Holy Spirit speaking to you, and I said nothing. There is nothing inside me. Only Krishna is there. Krishna is the Spirit. He is guiding us. And even my mentor brother also said there is a Holy Spirit within you. Then what change I have done? I'm only listening to you, Guruji, and I'm still only in the fragments, Guruji. I'm yet to reach that level. I don't really do the 16 counts, so that is also dropping me. But still, just listening to your lessons are good enough, Guruji. Staying in your class, that's good enough, Guruji. That's taking us. So whether I'm in business class or in the last row, wherever it is, Guruji, you're taking us, Guruji. I'm with you. I'm on board with you, Guruji. That itself is a privilege, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to all the team. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Adiraman Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, today's class is wonderful class, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Manoranjan Swami Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Very wonderful session. Really, I was really, it's a great pleasure to be associated with the class. It is transcendental knowledge. We are getting the Bhuya Jnanam, the secret knowledge. It has been handed down. Even Lord Shiva also speaks to Parvati. And so many things are alluded. So Krishna is as you told, Krishna is the source of everything. Everything emanates from him. All this around, we are just out of ego and vanity. We are assuming ourselves something great, but we are nothing. We are insignificant. When you realize this, when you contemplate introspectively what is happening, and we should think of that. Really, it's a great pleasure. Prabhupada also at the age of octogenarian, 80 years old, when he was, because of devotion to Lord Krishna, all over the world, he could able to have great impact on Gita, by which we can elevate ourselves to Goloka, and really we can be a perfect being for this class. So very wonderful sessions, and we should try our level best. So what Prabhupada has done, why not? Why not? We will inject the people, but had I been in Bhubaneswar and Cuttack, from our areas, the people are not enlightened. So I would not able to motivate. This is my fault, what I am thinking, because people, unless I am exposed to, even I am coming from boss and everyone, nobody is questioning. They are listening, I am taking the classes, Gita class, and nobody has asked me. Had I been in Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, the situation would be different. The people are, unless they want, how can you enforce them? How can you enforce them? That is the problem. So we have to try what to do. So after 2 years, I will be retired 25. So after that, I will do great jobs. And in the meanwhile, I will try my best. As long as I'm here in your area, I will try my best to be spread. Really, I'm very worried. I have been attending so many months. Still then, wherever I go, don't bother about that. Oh, people are, they think, what is this? They have not even educated people are like this. So this is my fault. I think I am not able to more than inject the people more and more. So I'm very sorry. All should be, it is compulsory for the college students, even if school students, all, it is a way of life. They could do better and perform well in any subject. Only if you are really read Gita, I can understand what is the importance. It make your mind perfect, stable, steady, and everything. The mind is when sublimate and elevate to that level of mind, the supramental consciousness, Ati Manas Chetana. When lower thinking, evil thoughts won't touch us. When you are in that kind of elevated thoughts, profound thoughts, really sublime thoughts, we can do everything perfectly in the right way, as you told. Very wonderful sessions, and all the devotees are getting more and more sincere and asking questions. Guruji, all are motivated, but Krishna also motivates Arjuna that you are a everything, Sarja, Birja, everything you have. Why are you feeling disheartened, disillusioned, dejected, depressed by seeing these your relatives? You are doing for the right thing, the righteousness. It's a great thing, really. Guruji, I am very, when you read out this Gita, and this is very much wonderful, and because for exams going on, I have to go for the work. So really, great thing. It's a great pleasure for me to be more in class. Thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Satyanama.
Pranam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.